trying to get policy changes, things that I think matter. I'll have a little bit of food for the kids. We'll get by. Fortunately, I own my house, so they can't take that away from me. But the only reason I don't care. You don't have to feel bad for me. I don't feel bad for me. I think the point of it is that it just goes to show how deep our sickness is, how far we have to go down to look at ourselves and to start trying to figure out how do we rebuild. And we do already have a lot of those resources, not only in our tribe, but just working, people that we've already hired. If we just go out and look at those resources and figure out how we can best use them. And, I know a lot of people, I work with people who have doctorate degrees, and, you don't necessarily have to have that. There are very smart people who don't have that. They have education in other ways. They have, they know, they've learned their job. They can do it very well. There are people who have doctorate degrees that I wonder, if they bought it from some mill, because I don't know how they tie their shoes in the morning. So, I think that it's about, learning to love ourselves and to understand that we have to start very, very low and work on that nation building. If you haven't looked at nation building, you should really look it up online. It's about changing chaos into order. And we are definitely in chaos. We are definitely, the only difference between us and Egypt right now is we're not pulling out the guns yet. We need to figure out the right thing to do before we end up at that point. And so, that's something that our council is, locking themselves behind doors. They're treating us disrespectfully, and it's part of that. It's part of that sickness, part of that hating each other. It's that self-loathing that we were taught early on. Before my generation, it was passed down quite well. So, we need to just decide, hell with that. It's not working. We're going to start over. Because as Pat said, we can begin over. If you have any councilman or any proposed candidate who tells you that you cannot pass any constitutional change without a petition, do not sign their petition. Do not vote for them, because that is not true. Every one of those things can be passed by a referendum. They can choose from the things that Lou has done and other proposals that have been made, because they know what they are. They've saw them all. They can make those changes that we want. That's why we vote for them. Let's not wait. Let's not let another person on our council who believes that it takes a petition for anything. That is what they are there for. Thank you.
I might introduce the lady that's talking. She said she was going to introduce herself. I don't think she said her name. Johnny Bray, is it not?
Yes, it is. But you know what? You didn't say my name because nobody ever asks my name. They always ask me, as is tradition, who's your mom or who's your grandfather? Not who are you, because that's who I am.